Okay, so I pay my black employees more than I do my white
Good for
ones.
you.
Is that racism?
I'm not sure what that is.
Why not?
Racism is a power differential.
I'm discriminating against my white employees. I'm paying my black people, and my white employees are better
So
workers.
it is discrimination.
Is
There's
that
no doubt about
racism?
it, but I'm not sure it's racism.
Why not?
Because the white folks still call the shots.
But I'm calling the shot.
Well,
The
and
shots.
if you want
I'm
to
calling the
discriminate
shot.
in that manner, I don't know that anybody would ever stop you.
Is it racism?
No.
So why is it if the white man did it, it's racism? If I do it, it's not.
Because the privilege lies with my skin color, okay? Not with what I own or what I do.
Then why did you use that as an example then? Give me an example of racism. That's not an example then, because I own the company. I'm black as the ace of spades. I'm discriminating against my white employees.
And that's not racism.
And it's not racism. But
No.
if my white counterpart did the exact same thing, it would be racism.
To black employees?
Right.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
amazing. And that makes sense to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Have you ever been married?
No.
And why not?
You know, I think I just forgot to do it.
So you're a part of the Feminist Agenda Network.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of that organization?
Well, actually, it's a group of Presbyterian women who are feminist in their thought, in their politics, probably both, and in their faith. And we get together occasionally. We take on mission projects that come across the spectrum. We get involved in Presbyterian church things when we see an opportunity to do that. We read books together. We study together. We meet.
What is a feminist?
What is a feminist? Feminist is a woman-identified woman.
Are you different than the National Organization of Women Who Hate Men? Are you the same kind of feminist?
I'm a member of, or I was a member of now, and I don't
Really?
believe hating men is their goal.
No, the National Organization of Women hate men. They hate the unborn.
There are men who are members of now.
But they're weak. Those are girly men.
Whoa, girly men. Oh, I love it. They would not like to hear you say that.
Why not?
You may have a fight on your hands. Girly men. I'm going to remember that one.
Yeah. I mean, a real man would never be a part of a feminist
Okay, now you tell me what a
organization.
real man is.
Male who loved God with all his heart, soul, and might, along with nothing else. And so he's guided by that. He's guided by what is right. How do you feel about men? How do you see men?
I like men.
What do you like about them? Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Really, I haven't. What's not to like?
No, that's not the question.
Well, but it is.
No,
I don't know
what
that,
do you like about
I
them?
don't know that I treat men any differently than I treat women.
No, I didn't ask how you
Okay?
treated them. I asked,
and so
what do you
therefore
like
the
about men?
feelings, what do I like? Hugs. I like the way some of them live their lives. I don't know that I could give you a laundry list of things I like about men. I really don't.
How do you know you like them if you don't know what you like about them?
Well, I don't like all men, but the ones I do like, I really like. Okay. I know when I like someone and when I don't, and when I can be open and honest and candid with somebody and when I can't be, and that doesn't have gender attached to it.
Do you like the authority that's been given unto men by God?
That would be patriarchy, and no, I'm not real thrilled with patriarchy.
Why not?
Because I think it was wrong a lot of the time.
So God was wrong by that.
Well, okay, God gave it. God made a mistake. If that's
But
really
you say
true.
God made no
I
mistakes.
think men just assumed the authority and said that God had given it to them.
But you say God made no mistake, so he gave that to the man, that authority. It wasn't a mistake there, right? It was the right thing to
I
do.
said I think men assumed that God had given that authority to them and they took it. I don't know if that necessarily God did.
Who do you think that God gave it to? If he didn't give it to women don't have it, but men do. We notice that men do,
I
unless it's a
haven't.
girly man. But
Girly man. Okay, we can leave the girly man behind.
so you're not able to tell me what you like about men. Were you
I don't
raised by
think gender enters into that much. I really don't.
Do you believe in good and evil?
Sure.
Good and evil. Abortion, good or evil?
Oh, good.
Good. Abortion is good. Why is it good to take the unborn life?
Well, I don't know that that's necessarily the good part of abortion. All right. I think abortion is necessary.
Well, first of all, what's good about abortion? So you agree it's not good to take an unborn child's life,
Well,
right?
you're using language I wouldn't use. Okay?
Right.
All right. Let's just cut to the chase on this. God had the good sense to create women as childbearers, and he or she made them moral agents. Women have moral agency, absolutely, God-given moral agency. Now, why is it that we don't trust women with something that God indeed did trust women with?
Let me go back to the question of, you agree that it's not good to take the life of an unborn child? That's not a good thing, right?
It's a necessary thing.
Is it a good thing?
I don't know.
You say you understand good.
In some context,
you
it
are a
probably
reverend.
is.
You are a reverend. Mm-hmm. You say you were called by God. Is God good?
Sure.
And so you and I agree it's not a good thing to take an unborn child's life.
I don't use that language.
Right, but I'm
saying
asking
it's
you
necessary.
that. Is it good? You said no, it's not good,
it's
right?
not good.
And so if women are so smart, as you just indicated, why would they make that type of decision to do evil to an unborn child?
Because their life dictates that needs to be the decision they make.
What does that mean? Most women are doing it because of the career.
Oh, now wait a minute.
Or they hate the man, or the baby's in the way.
Who do you hang out with?
It was a mistake. So where is the good common sense in that?
Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Women are not bimbos, okay?
But why would they make a good, evil decision? You and I agree that taking an unborn child's life
That's your
is not
value being
good.
projected onto them. The women I talk to who have a crisis pregnancy are faithful, loving, kind, generous women who are in a very, very difficult situation.
But they don't love their unborn child.
That's not
Those
true.
who commit abortion. They don't, because if they did, they wouldn't do evil to an unborn child.
Huh.
Isn't that right?
No, absolutely not.
That's not right?
What if they have 5 other children and they can't possibly take on a 6th one?
They can put it up for adoption. They don't have to kill it.
Half of the
A
children
good
in the
person would make
Listen
that
to me.
decision.
Half of the children in the California juvenile justice system are adoptees. So don't talk to me about how wonderful adoption is.
And that's a reason to kill them.
If we have a pro-life culture of substance here, there wouldn't be 12,000 kids available for adoption today in Los Angeles County.
Is that a reason to kill the unborn child?
Not a reason, no.
But why are you bringing that up?
Because we get all excited about fetuses that have potential life for sure, but not real life yet, and yet we don't think a thing about all of these kids who are already here, who are not living the American dream.
But you still agree with me that's not a reason to kill the unborn child, right?
That's not what I said. The reasons to have an abortion are purely that of the individual woman.
Let me ask, would a woman who is born again of God, she is a daughter of God, and God is good, would she commit an abortion? Would
Sure.
she kill her unborn child?
Sure, it happens.
You don't seem to understand right and wrong or good versus evil. And being a reverend, I'm a little surprised. Why is that?
Well, I certainly don't have your sense of right and wrong.
What sense do you have of right and wrong?
Well, I know good when I see it, and I know evil when I see it. I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah. And what does evil look like?
Orlando,
Orlando? Meaning what?
at Atatuck, meaning that somebody went in with a gun and killed a whole lot of people. Somebody blew up the airport in Istanbul yesterday. That's not
It was
good.
a Muslim that did it, so it was Islamic terrorism. Is that evil?
Well, what he did was evil, absolutely. But I don't know that it's necessarily that Islam has that much to do with it.
But he gave glory to Allahu Akbar and to ISIS, and
I don't
he was
think
doing
Allah
it in honor of
probably
them.
feels honored by that.
Who?
Allah? I don't think Allah.
But why is he teaching that or encouraging that?
I don't think Allah is.
Who's doing it then?
I think that there are some people who take Islamic stuff totally wrong.
Do you believe there's a God and a devil?
I believe there's evil, sure.
How about a God and a devil?
I don't do much with the Satan thing. I just don't.
You don't? What do you teach at your church?
I teach them the truth. I teach them about salvation. I teach them about how to be better people.
What is the truth?
Well, that's a good question, and that's going to be my sermon this Sunday. I just read an article in the LA Times last week about racism, and the white people that were polled said that there wasn't really a racism problem, and the black people who were polled said that there was a racism problem. Now, who's speaking the truth there?
The white folks.
Not necessarily. I'm a white folk, and I don't believe that racism isn't a problem.
There's no such thing as racism.
Well, that doesn't, just because it's a cultural construct doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't exist.
Oh, really?
Do you believe racism?
You're a black man, and you're going to sit here and tell me that racism doesn't exist.
And I grew up on a plantation down in Alabama under the Jim Crow laws. Racism does not exist. It's a lie. Do you disagree with that?
Oh, please. I pastor an African-American church. I see it daily.
But you're a white woman, you pastor in a black church.
Yeah.
Where's your proof that racism exists?
The proof is in the differences in their salaries.
In their salary? That's not true. I mean, people work at different levels and at different times, and they do different jobs, so that's not proof. Give me some real proof here.
I have women in my congregation who are caregivers.
Right.
And they are paid to the person less than the women of other races, other colors that work for the same agency.
Okay, so I pay my black employees more than I do my white ones.
Good for you.
More, is that racism?
I'm not sure what that is.
Why not?
Racism is a power differential.
I'm discriminating against my white employees. I'm paying my black people, and my white employees are better workers.
No, it is discrimination.
Is that
There's no doubt about
racism?
it, but I'm not sure it's racism.
Why not?
Because the white folks still call the shots.
But I'm calling the shot.
Well,
The
and
shots.
if you want
I'm
to
calling the
discriminate in
shot.
that manner, I don't know that anybody would ever stop you.
Is it racism?
No.
But why, if the white man does it, I don't do that, by the way, but why is it that...
Darn. Thought I would get your employees a nice little raise here.
Why is it if the white man did it, does it, it's racism, but if I do it, it's not?
Well, white privilege is the answer.
But
to
I'm
that
privileged
question.
here. I own the company. I'm paying the salary.
But that doesn't necessarily give you the kind of privilege that a white man would have. In the
I have
same
a better
position.
privilege. I own the company.
All right. Good for you.
So why is it if the white man did it, it's racism. If I do it, it's not?
Because the privilege lies with my skin color, okay? Not with what I own or what I do.
Then why did you use that as an example then? Give me an example of racism. That's not an example then, because I own the company. I'm black as the ace of spades. I'm discriminating against my white employees.
And that's not racism.
And it's not racism. But
No.
if my white counterpart did the exact same thing, it would be racism.
To black employees?
Right.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
amazing. And that makes sense to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So which God are you called by? Because you don't like anything that the Creator like. Are you called by your father the devil or the Creator God?
Oh my gosh.